Guys, school is boring 99.9% of the time. I know. But what about that 0.1 time when everything goes insane? Those are the times. We're gonna be talking about those times right now. We're gonna start off a nice prank. A kid went to the toilet, took a dump, put that shit into a Ziploc bag, zipped it up, and put it onto a teacher's desk. Now this was, in my opinion, a missed opportunity. If you really want to get back at your teacher, you just take the shit right on their desk, leave the Ziploc bag. This video gets 100,000 likes. Take a shit on Jordy's desk. Jordy, I may or may not be pooping on your desk in the future. When I was in high school, someone was driving on the road beside us, called the cops about a sniper being on the grounds. We had a SWAT team swarming, police helicopters, breaking news on all 4 major networks in the city. Turned out to be a guy with a rake who was cleaning up the leaves. Okay, guys, there are pranks, and there's just general dumbassery. Dumbassery? Am I making this word up? I got 2 stories for you from my school. I'll start with the one that's less intense. Once, we had a drug search, and they had the police dogs come in and sniff all our bags, but they never found anything because we were all nerds. Then the second one, this one was crazy. So we had a whole school lockdown. Like, we had to all get on the floor and hide under tables. And like, there was like, and it turns out that there was a house that was close to the school where somebody's mother, this is horrible by the way, somebody's mother was tied up and like they were pointing guns at her asking for money or something. Like scary shit like that. So this actually happened at my school. Not at my school, but close to my school. So they had to lock down my whole school because they were afraid because there's guns close by. I never found out what happened though. I don't even know how true this story is either because it's kind of like word of mouth, but I heard what happened. So yeah. A kid dug a giant dick into the football field. The school planted the wrong type of grass back into the dick. So it grew back, but the grass was different. So there was still a giant dick imprint in the school. This is priceless. That must have been hard to pull off. I'm 12. In my senior year, 2 friends of mine decided their prank would consist of them sitting on the floor in the lunch area, playing an intense game of chess. I love chess though. Anywho, they managed to coerce roughly 85 other students to ring around them and start yelling out things like, "Holy shit, go get him! Yeah, beat his ass! Oh shit, that's brutal!" To make the administration think they were fighting. You guys are just stupid. I already know what's gonna happen in this story. Do you guys know? I already know. Within a minute, it was all over. 250 kids all chanting. The admins ended up calling the cops, no shit, to campus thinking a huge fight was breaking out. Guys sat there playing chess the entire time. The weird thing is the police didn't let them finish the fucking game. What? Let them finish the game. How are you gonna know who's gonna get checkmate? Police brutality. Sorry, microphone. I didn't mean to hit you. I love you, okay? Mwah. A kid stole a needle from another child who was diabetic. That's really mean. He needs that. He went around poking holes with it saying, "Oops, you have AIDS now." Freaked a lot of people out. Where are this kid's parents and who the hell comes up with these pranks? All these YouTube pranksters are working way too hard. They just need to hire some 6-year-old kid and recruit them to do the pranks for them, and they'll come up with some way more messed up stuff. This is not okay. I do not approve of this message. Banned from Azzyland. Update. I washed my hair. It's clean now. It smells really nice, actually. In case you guys were wondering if I finally took a shower, I have. We had a kid break into his dad's safe. Naughty, naughty, naughty. Steal his cash and pass out $100 bills to random students. Oh my God, he probably was the most popular kid at school. Admin tried to get the money back later, but surprisingly weren't that successful. This kid probably got grounded for like 1,000 years, but he probably felt like the biggest baller. He was like, "You get 100, you get 100. You get 100. Hundreds for everybody." I want to be that kid. I don't got hundreds for everybody, but I got the tip of a hot dog that I didn't finish. If you guys want it instead, if you don't want it, I'll eat it. I told you, Delicious! A kid dressed up as Spider-Man and climbed the roof of our school and ran around for 30 minutes while the janitors tried to catch him. The funny thing is, it wasn't even the senior prank or Halloween. He also didn't get in any trouble at all because there was no rule preventing him from climbing to the roof. He only got off on insubordination. If this kid is not elected as prom king, then that shit's rigged. I would love to run around in school as a superhero. So, not the same thing, but there was this one kid at our school that would, you know those like light poles with the really tall ones at like football stadiums? So we had like a football field at our school. He would climb on the top of those light poles. They're super high. And he would sit at the top of them and meditate. I always was like, get a heart attack watching it. I'm like, how the hell did he get up there? And he would always get in trouble for it. Like they would always be like, you can't do that. And he just didn't give a shit. And I was always just like, how the hell did he get up there? Because I never actually saw him climb. I only ever saw him meditating. This happened before I was there. But my Spanish teacher told us about a boy who used to bring a skull around to drama class. Everyone thought it was a fake skull, but it turned out to be the skull of a young boy he had killed. What the Thanks, internet. Now I'm not gonna be able to sleep tonight. I'm like really bad with scary movies and horror games. Like I get scared really easy. No. Some girl sent out nudes to some kid and he sent them to almost everyone in school. Oh no. Girls and guys, do not send anyone nudes. This shit happens all the time, even if you trust the person. What if their phone gets stolen and then that person sends your nudes out to everyone? This is why you don't send out nudes. She was only 16, so the cops decided the best course of action was to delete the pictures from everywhere and confiscate everyone's phone who had received the pictures. Most people didn't get their phones back for over 8 months. What if you didn't even want the pictures? What if someone just sent them to you? 8 months without a phone? Oh my God, I would have died after day 3. Legit. How long have you guys gone without a phone? Let me know in the comments. There was a ring of kids that were able to hack into teachers' computers and change grades subtly over time. They would add something like 1 or 2% to an assignment or test. It all adds up over time. They hit one of my favorite teachers pretty hard too. They got a bunch of her passwords for all sorts of things. Turns out the ringleader was also going around just jacking iPhones too. I hate people who steal phones. It's such a shitty feeling when your phone gets stolen. Cops went up to his house and found around 50 of them in his room, apparently with some drugs too. All this time, he's been spending trying to learn how to hack and stealing shit. He could have just been studying and gotten the grades. Just saying. Someone accidentally sprayed pepper spray into the industrial fan in the cafeteria, which in turn blew into the faces of the entire marching band. How do the kids come up with these things? Accidentally blowing pepper spray into the cafeteria fan. In the 5th grade, I bought a pair of walkie-talkies to school. I was using them at lunch, not during class time, but was told I wasn't allowed to have them at school by my teacher, who took them off me. Later that day, I saw him and another teacher using them and speaking in army language to each other. I'm not even mad at this one. If I was a teacher, I would do this. And I would just be like, we're doing super important, teacher stuff. This one time I did the splits and my mom had to come get me because I got stuck. This is every time I try to do the splits. I can't make it all the way. And that's when you get stuck because it's kind of like you're like, oh my God, I can't go any further and it hurts and I can't leave. So I'm just stuck in this like middle ground of splitness where I'm not really doing a split and I feel like my legs are gonna rip off. And this could have gone way worse. Pants could have ripped. There could have been a whole class watching, laughing. It's not that bad. When I was in the 5th grade, a classmate had a crush on me. One day he yelled at the top of his lungs, "Hey, watch this!" and bashed himself in the nose as hard as he could with his textbook. He broke his nose and then asked, "Do you like me now?" I understand making a big romantic gesture for somebody, but nobody is worth breaking your nose over. Like me smashing myself in the face with this ketchup bottle for subscribers. Oh no, I broke my nose. Oh, it's chili ketchup and it burns. My daughter would come home from kindergarten every day and tell me the things her friend Connor had said. My two favorites were President Obama is my dad and sex can get you in trouble with the police. I like how kids like to exaggerate everything. They come up with the craziest lies. Like one day it's Obama's my dad and one day it's sex can get you in trouble with the police. I like how he didn't even start small. Like he wasn't like, oh, my dad works at the White House. My dad is the security at the White House. My dad does the paperwork for Obama. He just went straight to Obama is my dad. My son spanked a teacher and ran away screaming. He was like, whoosh, ah! Sometimes teachers need discipline too. I'm kidding. Don't spank your teachers. I'm watching you. My friends and I got put into a group to dissect a cow eyeball. And we forced one of my friends to do the first incision. The cow eyeball squirted out juice that went directly into her mouth. Oh my God. I would have just torched my mouth and to kill the germs. When she screamed, our teacher said she couldn't get water, that she just needed to deal with it. I can't believe that their teacher didn't let her move to get water. I'm sorry for making a pun. My kindergartner needed to pee while he was on the playground. So he walked to the side of the building, unzipped, peed on the wall. Every second of recess is important, guys. Can't be wasting it to go inside to pee. I'm kidding, just pee inside. During my son's first month of kindergarten, I was informed that he had taken a dump in a urinal. I guess being raised by a single mom did not prepare him for all of life's challenges. Aww, he dropped a fudge monster into the urinal. Maybe he thought it was like a tiny toilet. That's, I think, what I would have thought too. Because I think when I first saw a urinal, I was like, what the fuck? I just feel bad that he didn't get a gold star that day. I give you a gold star, Mr. Fudge Dropper. When my daughter was in kindergarten, she wrote a love letter proposing marriage and gave it to every boy in her class. Finally, she gave it to one who couldn't read and asked the teacher for help. I got a phone call from her teacher that evening. She asked if we told our daughter we loved her enough because obviously she didn't know the meaning. My response was, if cookies could read, she would love them love notes too. Maybe this girl is just trying to keep her options open, you know what I mean? I write love notes of chocolate all the time. Bye there, cuties. I love you all. Stay cute.